Good evening, guys. I'm just waiting for someone to come. I think I have someone. Just want you to tell me how's the sound, because I'm using a different phone now. I don't see the chat for some reason. Let's start and hopefully you guys can hear. Our verse for tonight: whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. Matthew 10:39. Our verse for today or tonight teaches that there are two fundamental ways that we can live life. We can choose to live a life of our own on our own terms, or we can choose to live a life in service to Jesus Christ and his kingdom. Whichever fundamental choice we make has fundamental repercussions. If we choose to live a life of our own, on our own terms, then we will lose our lives. The person who makes this choice has decided that what comes first in life is his own person and his own interests. Instead of placing priority on Jesus and his kingdom, they place priority on themselves and their own fleshly desires. They have lost sight of the true meaning and purpose of life, and as a consequence, they are forced to find meaning and purpose in things that can never fully satisfy them. Although they may gain these things and even the world as a whole, they lose their own souls, as it's mentioned in Mark chapter 8 and verse 36. They lose their lives in the next life, and they lose them in this life as well by wasting them on meaningless, self-serving endeavors. If we choose to live a life in service to Jesus Christ and his kingdom, on the other hand, then we will find our lives. Then we will find our lives. The person who makes this choice has decided that what comes first in life is Jesus Christ and his kingdom. Instead of placing priority on themselves and their own fleshly desires, they place priority on what Jesus wants. They have found the true meaning and purpose of life, and as a consequence, they no longer need to make futile quests to find meaning and purpose in things that can never satisfy them. Although they may lose the world and the things of the world, they gain their own souls. Indeed, they may even lose their lives as martyrs in service to Jesus, but they find eternal life. Apart from Christ, the search for meaning and purpose in life is a futile and frustrating quest that ends in nothing other than, as King Solomon put it, a meaningless chasing after the wind. On a regular basis, we should take stock of what we do and why we do it. We should regularly ask ourselves if what we do is done in service to the King or in service to our own selfish wants and desires. Have a blessed one.